What would happen if the man everyone called a poor hunter was actually the true heir to the throne? What if a powerful prince tried to steal the woman he loved? And what if a secret buried for over 20 years suddenly came to light? Stay until the end of this amazing African Igbo folktale to discover how true love defeated greed, how a wicked queen's secret was exposed, and how a poor hunter became a king. Long ago, in the beautiful land of Igbo land, there was a peaceful village called Umudike. In that village lived a young maiden named Amara. Amara was famous throughout the village because of her beauty. Her skin shone like the morning sun, her smile warmed hearts, and her kindness made everyone love her. But it was not only her beauty that made people admire her. Amara was respectful, hardworking, and humble. She helped the elderly, cared for children, and never spoke badly about anyone. Not far from her father's compound lived a young hunter named Obinna. Obinna was poor. He owned no large farmland. He had no palace. He had no servants. All he had was his hunting skills, his honesty, and his good heart. Every morning before sunrise, Obinna entered the forest to hunt. Whatever he caught, he sold in the market. Sometimes he earned enough money. Sometimes he returned home with almost nothing. Yet he never stole. He never cheated anyone. He worked hard every day. Over time, Obinna and Amara became close friends. Their friendship soon became love. The love between them was strong and pure. Whenever Amara went to fetch water, Obinna helped carry the heavy pots. Whenever Obinna returned from hunting, he shared his best meat with Amara's family. People in the village admired them. Even people from neighboring villages spoke about them. Many young men wished they could find a woman like Amara. Many young women wished they could find a man like Obinna. The two lovers planned to marry one day, but destiny had prepared something unexpected. One year, during the grand New Yam festival, people gathered from many villages to celebrate. There was music, there was dancing, there was laughter everywhere. On that special day, the crown prince of Umudike arrived with royal guards. His name was Prince Chukwuebuka. He was the only prince everyone knew. As he watched the celebrations, his eyes suddenly fell on Amara. He became speechless. He had never seen such beauty before. "Who is that maiden?" he asked. An elder replied, "Her name is Amara." From that moment, the prince could think of nobody else. For days and nights, her face remained in his mind. Soon he sent gifts to Amara, beautiful wrappers, coral beads, gold ornaments. But Amara returned every gift. The prince was shocked. No maiden had ever rejected his gifts before, so he visited her himself. "Amara," he said, "I am the crown prince. I can give you everything you desire." Amara smiled respectfully. "My prince, I appreciate your kindness, but my heart already belongs to another." The prince frowned. "Who?" "Obinna the hunter." The prince became angry. "A poor hunter?" Amara nodded. "I love him." The prince left in silence. But deep inside, jealousy began to grow. Days later, he summoned Obinna to the palace. When Obinna arrived, the prince looked down on him. "I hear you want to marry Amara." "Yes, my prince." The prince laughed. "What can a poor hunter offer her?" Obinna remained calm. "I may not have riches, but I love her with all my heart." The prince's face darkened. "I can make you richer than any man in this village." Obinna shook his head. "I cannot sell true love." The prince became furious. From that day, he decided he would do anything to separate them. Soon, strange things began happening. Obinna was falsely accused of stealing, but village elders discovered he was innocent. Then hunters were paid to spread lies about him. Yet nobody believed them because Obinna was known for his honesty. Every plan failed. One evening, the prince ordered his guards to arrest Obinna. The excuse was that he had entered royal hunting grounds. Obinna was thrown into prison. The entire village was shocked. Amara cried day and night. She begged the prince to release him. The prince agreed on one condition. "Marry me." Amara refused immediately. "I would rather remain unmarried forever." Months passed. Inside the prison, Obinna met an old man. The old man had served the palace many years ago. One day, while looking at Obinna, the old man noticed a strange birthmark on his shoulder. The old man froze, his eyes widened. "Where did you get that mark?" "I was born with it." The old man began to tremble. "The first queen's baby had that exact mark." Obinna was confused. "What baby?" The old man looked around carefully. Then he revealed a secret hidden for over 20 years. Many years ago, the king's first wife gave birth to a son. The kingdom celebrated. But the king's second wife was jealous. She feared her own son would never become king. So she secretly paid a servant to steal the baby. The baby was taken into the forest and abandoned. Everyone believed wild animals had killed him. The first queen died from heartbreak. The second wife's son was later presented as the crown prince. The old man pointed at Obinna. "You are that missing child." Obinna could hardly believe it. The old man then revealed another secret. The servant who had stolen the baby was still alive. The next day, the servant was found and brought before the king. Under questioning, he confessed everything. The palace fell silent. The king was shocked. The second queen's wicked secret had finally been exposed. The servant explained that he had abandoned the baby near a forest path. A poor hunter had found the child and raised him as his own son. That child was Obinna. The king ordered an investigation. Village elders confirmed the story. The royal birthmark matched. Old palace records matched. Everything pointed to one truth. Obinna was the real crown prince. The entire kingdom was stunned. The poor hunter was actually the lost prince. The fake prince, Chukwebuka, could not believe it. Years of lies had finally come to an end. The king publicly declared, "Obinna is my true son and rightful heir to the throne." The crowd erupted in cheers. The wicked second queen was banished from the kingdom. The servant was punished for his crime. Obinna was freed immediately. When Amara heard the news, tears filled her eyes. Not because Obinna had become a prince, but because the man she loved had finally received justice. A few months later, a grand wedding was held. People traveled from far and near to witness it. The drums echoed throughout the kingdom. Dancers filled the palace grounds. The king himself blessed the marriage. Obinna and Amara were finally united. Years later, when the king joined his ancestors, Obinna became king, Amara became queen. Together they ruled with wisdom, kindness, and fairness. The people prospered. Peace filled the kingdom. And for many generations, parents told their children the story of the hunter who was really a prince. They reminded them that true worth is not found in riches, titles, or power. It is found in honesty, hard work, and a good heart. Moral of the story: 1. True love cannot be bought with wealth or power. 2. Honesty and hard work will always shine in the end. 3. Jealousy destroys the person who carries it. 4. The truth may hide for many years, but one day it will be revealed. 5. Never judge a person by their appearance or their wealth. Did you enjoy this powerful African folktale? If you did, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more amazing African folktales filled with wisdom, culture, and life lessons. Also, tell us in the comments, if you were Amara, would you have chosen the poor hunter or the crown prince? Thank you for watching, and remember, true love and truth will always win in the end.